is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
This is Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 35 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
My script you getting out?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, take 26.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
I just told you that shit coming back, man.
No. 18. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Check.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Yeah, you sound so down just then. Yeah, I know, man.
319.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, man. You sound like one of the biggest little birds.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, he stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down. Winston, he completes it to Evans. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. From the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They do not score. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 28-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Ogunbowale. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got 58. Get 300. Get 300. Five. Check 45 to Mike.
To throw again. Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Working from the gun. Rodgers dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Tell him that deacon and Duncan ain't gonna beat me.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
258. 88. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now is 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
It's class picture, bro.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens.
Hey, look, my boy got 2 drones, man. I can't fly neither one of them. I ain't put the big one together.
Gets past one man.
That's a low one together already.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Just told me, I said, shoot.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
5 o'clock.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the twist. Back. Rush in. Flip it.
Working out of the gun. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
In the kitchen with a drink. Did I tell you again? Slap the fuck out you. See, the punt was the best thing you could have did.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yeah.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 2nd and inches, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Put it on a charge. You don't be having a charge.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Why is beeping it?
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers on target here to Allison, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
And a Packer first down.
Man, who fucking boy?
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He caught it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready? Black 22. 50. Wait.
To throw, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I say goal.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Winston looking downfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Winston here to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
It always takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
White called you. That's that white called you instead of calling me. You know, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I just beat the shit out of you. You had a 172-yard pass. Completed 58.8% of your passes. I had 228 yards. Completed 75% of my passes. Mike Evans had 8 receptions for 122. Saying running back had 6 carries for 49 yards. Sound good, man. I just beat the shit out you. That nigga getting a party if I talk that shit. That's the Bumbo. That's the Bumbo, man. Y'all playing in the Bumbo. Yeah, that's the Bumbo, man. I know that nigga name.
What's that boy name with
Nigga ain't even online,
he got
man.
25?
Yeah.
The boy who got 25 in his name?
You send it or you want me to send it?
You talking about Duck?
Yeah.
Oh, what about him?
Send it.
I signed to the pussy, nigga. What you talking about? Your bum ass. You can't fuck with me either.
Can you put the phone?
Shut up, man. How do you sound?
I can put the ball and it don't hurt. This is for real.
Yo, I'm coming, Juice. It's loading. We know you gotta slow it in, dial up the internet. Haha, I got a motherfucking chart on me. Yeah, them Prince Theo on no goddamn phone talking about playing nobody with knowing he ain't got no game system on the internet or no phone. He got a PlayStation. He ain't in his house though. He in his I know. He ain't never in his house. He got a PlayStation though. Yeah, he talking about that I give him 19. I'm like, you can have 19. Nigga ain't never got no house. It ain't his house.
You smiling? That shit not funny?
I'm not smiling.
Fuck you smiling for?
That nigga, he don't want to play. Talking about some play side by side. He don't want to play them side by side. That's why I say I hate that shit.
Man, this shit must be the Bumbo.
I
Man, this the Bumbo.
Y'all 2 KP niggas, I don't give a fuck. I'm 2-0 and I'm 1-1.
Man, listen. You only good as your last game, big dog. You only good as your last game.
Nah, I beat you the first game.
And your last game, I beat the shit out you.
No, the hell you didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
You beat me 10 to motherfucking 0.
No, I didn't. You got now you confused. That's how I know you kind of slow too. Cause you went from 10 to 0. I had you 16-0. You came back 14-16, man. Come on, bye. Get out my kitchen.
After I beat Juice this third time, I don't want to play Juice no more for 6 months.
Yeah.
You make sure you got my $10, man. My $20.
Are you finna skunk him, Juice?
Yeah, I'm about to get him up out of here, man.
Don't let that nigga skunk you.
Yeah, man. I'm running on that nigga the whole game, bro. See, a nigga like that I can run against, bro. Especially when he got motherfuckers back there just lagging and shit.
No, we know who you can't run against, though, ain't it?
Shit, you be scheming though, bro. Like, fuck.
That bitch can't even run the ball against me.
I don't know if I want to hear that bullshit. That nigga be cheating, bro. Like, that nigga be out of scheme.
Yeah, I just shitted the niggas. Just shitted them, then turn around and beat them with the Bucks. So I getting disrespectful today. I'm really let nigga pick my team for the right amount. They go for either one of y'all.
Ain't no way in the hell you win that shit back to back and I can't time it.
Oh, look, now you want to play with the team I play with and shit. Come on, man. You must be thinking about me a lot.
I thought he gonna run with Baltimore so I can get out there on scheme on him.
You know who you ain't finna scheme against, ain't it?
Oh, yes. Let me have it. You can have it? I can have it. Let me have it.
Pick them off.
Nah, it's Joker when he picked it off. It was a tip drill.
Yeah, they picked it off, though.
Yeah, he did that. That's just fucked up. You right. Shit ain't going nowhere, man. Stop that shit. One thing about it, I know you going back with the run, so you know I'm on that shit. Just like that. Oh, open it. It's already open. You know that nigga ain't going nowhere, man. Stop playing, bro. I'm gonna run to my side now. Man, stop that shit, bro. What the fuck I just did? I thought I fucking. That's my bad.
What the baby gonna do, man?
That's in there, man. He gonna do all that whining. What the baby gonna do?
Guess cry, man. $2 set down the road. Whistle while you twerk. Whistle while you twerk.
Motherfucker, you do a pick.
Yeah,
While you twerk.
you ain't got a thing. That ain't a thing.
That nigga started saying that shit, ain't he? We thought he had a goddamn nigga. He said, well, I got one.
I want to see where y'all laughing, man. Y'all niggas scraps, both of y'all. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna do today, man.
Chicken like a boom boom, chicken like a boom boom.
He ain't get a thing.
Hey, big dog, you need to hey, hey, big dog. Oh, you sitting here playing and shit, knowing damn well you ain't supposed to be playing. No, man, I'm gonna make your mama do it with you anyway, cause I ain't even finna put up with this shit. What the fuck your vocabulary words at? Well,
Vocabulary words?
I don't see no vocabulary words.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that Cloudy back there trying to play linebacker? Is that the motherfucker Cloudy back there trying to play linebacker, man?
Get my phone, man. Don't answer, just bring it here. Answer. That ain't duck. No, it's not duck. That's why I say you don't even know how to read. You don't even say no name. It's just numbers. You a dumbass little boy, man. What's up, bitch ass nigga? Why? What you want me to do, man? For what? No, not for my name on it.
Microwave.
Shut up, boy. You goddamn. Yeah, I'm about to send it, Juice.
Yeah, let me know when you send it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. What the fuck we doing that nigga, boy?
I don't know, man. I don't want to play the game. Gotta sit down at the table and wait.
Just sign it to him, man.
Oh, yeah, I got it. One man played two of y'all dumbasses. Let me see my phone.